Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your co-host USA. Here's the host Walter Jesse. Welcome to the Walter Jesse Show. We're going to start our new episode now.
Miss Luciana, thank you for joining us. I understand you want to debate. Uh, by the way, you're going to be our first debate. So, just so you know, we like to keep it neutral. But if it does get heated, nobody will intervene. It will be just clear communication. Everybody will stand behind. By the way, don't expect me in USA to fight back. If you attack us or even start yelling, we will defend ourselves calmly and respectfully.
Understood.
So, Lucia, I understand that you think that I said that you sent nudes to people?
Yes. In that video that recently was posted, you claimed a lot of stuff about me, and I am here to defend myself. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do.
Yes.
So, obviously, I want to start off with the nudes thing. I never send nudes. I don't know who you heard this from, but
Well,
who
Don
actually did you hear
Lupatazzi
this
said
from?
you did.
Donna
Don
Patazzi.
Lupatazzi
No,
said
no,
that
no.
you did. Remember?
When did he say
You,
that?
you even admitted it. You admitted it
No,
that he said that.
no. I admitted that he said that, how's it called? No, no, okay. By the way, I hope you know this is not something that I do. I find this actually disgusting, and I don't have any ERPing avatars. No, I don't go around wearing e-girls. I'm not a weirdo. All right. He claimed that me and him ERP every night whenever he was asked if I'm in a relationship with him, and he responded, telling the person, "Oh yeah, me and Lucia Hope ERP every night." That was disgusting, and you even saw how I got mad at him there in that
Yeah,
one
I,
instance
I,
during the
I,
diaper bar.
I understand that, and that's
Yeah.
why I called it out. That was not
Yeah, but you
against you;
called
it was
out
against
me,
him.
quote unquote, sending nudes, not what he said about me.
Uh,
You
I
didn't
don't.
mention the rest of the, you didn't mention the rest of what happened. You didn't
I
mention
actually
how I
think
got
I
mad.
did.
You didn't mention
I,
how I
I,
denied. And you brought up a whole different thing.
uh, I don't know. What else are you mad about, Lucia?
Let's see. Don Cape. Alright, so I'm
Define
gonna
Don
go ahead
Cape.
and,
Define Don Cape.
define Don Cape. A pedophile.
What's so funny?
A pedophile that
Okay,
you let in your server as a council member.
Harboring a
Well, what's
pedophile
let
wrong?
still?
me, let me explain the situation. So,
And keep in mind that
obviously, mhm,
we put you on the podcast to defend yourself, and the next day we find out that you put him in your server. Well, you called him a Nazi and a pedophile, and showed evidence that he was a pedophile.
okay,
Are you with him or are you
so
against him?
first of all, I never called him a Nazi. I called him a pedophile. Get your, facts straight. And
Well, he is a
what he
Nazi.
said,
I used
well,
to
I
be
wouldn't know. I
best
have never
friends with
seen
him.
anything like that.
You have
I
seen him in
have never
Nazi
seen any.
avatars, Lucia.
I
You
haven't
have.
actually. I've seen him in one of his like
So have
custom
I.
avatars, whatever. It didn't have any like
And
swap
you
stuff,
know
anything like
why I
that. And
know
I'm
that?
not.
Because you
Well,
were there whenever I saw the Nazi avatar, boy. Yeah,
I didn't
Lucia.
see him in the Nazi avatar,
Oh,
but I did
yeah,
see him in some type of
yeah.
German-looking avatar. There's a difference. But anyways, let me explain the situation. Yes, I did allow Donkey back in my group after I was in this podcast stating how he's a neo-Nazi. Why did this happen? Well, I'm gonna be calling out a few people during this podcast, and I'm gonna be explaining the situation, and I'm
I
not
think
gonna
the only person who
sugarcoat
needs to
it
be
or
called out is yourself, Lucia. No, but
I
nobody
agree.
else is to be at blame.
incorrect. Want to Jesse? So here's what's happening. All right, what happened? Here's what's going on. Cut that out. Uh. So, Don Cape, obviously, I came in his podcast and I was stating how he's a pedophile because obviously he is. I mean, everyone knows that. Um,
Well,
that same
clearly
day
you didn't.
after that same day, I had a call from a certain individual by the name of A.O. Dudley. A.O. Dudley told me, "Hey, listen, we have some big plans. Let's get Don Cape to start working for you guys. We can do something great." And I'm like, I don't want Don Cape in my group. Number one, he's fucked me over and he's a pedophile. I don't. want him. I mean, Don Caves has tried fucking me over many times, and you guys even saw in that one video how Don Cave was trying to get me out of my own community. You know, like a community I've been in. Um, so then Dudley was like, "Listen, I don't know. Listen. I can make sure that Don Cave doesn't do anything. You know, he's not gonna fuck you over, and he's not a pedophile. All right." So then Don Cave came, and he was talking to me, trying to manipulate me and convince me that he's not a pedophile, saying how, yeah, I'm gonna defend myself, this and that, just trust me for now, you know, your reputation's gonna get ruined, but it's gonna be back up, you know, I'm gonna defend myself. And
So you still do have connections with him, is that correct?
no, sorry, hold up. Anyways, as I was saying,
Well, could
so
you answer
that was
USA's
happening.
question? Do you currently still have connections with Don Cave?
Not at all. I'll continue that after I'm
Mm-hmm.
done saying the story. Um, but anyways, so after Don kept saying all of this stuff about how he's not a pedophile, I believed him. I believed him, and I was stupid for doing that. After a while, you know, I gave him a rank in my group. I let him in my group. He helped out, you know, blah blah blah. Syndicate and Mr. Gambino came to me and they talked to me about Don Cape, how he was a liar, and they talked to me about some stuff that wasn't even in the actual Cape files, I believe. I don't know. I haven't really seen the Cape files, but thanks to them, I figured out I was being completely lied to, and I was pretty stupid for that, and I admit and I take full responsibility. I was stupid. I shouldn't have believed him. Um, but afterwards, I set up a meeting with group owners, whatever. Group owner Central, I set up a meeting for AO Dudley and Don Kid because he was supposed to defend himself, you know, his big day. I knew he was cooked. I knew he was. Um, so he went to attend that meeting. He got absolutely flamed, whatever. I mean, I knew, but I acted like I didn't. So yeah, Don Keep is not a part of my group. I have a screenshot of him even getting mad at me, whatever, for almost cooking him, which is him cooking himself because obviously he's a pedo. He got mad at me and stuff like that. And the reason he currently is seen as a part of the Luciano groups when you look at his VRChat account is because I lost access to my account that has, you know, the permissions to remove people from those groups. I was rocking an account named Luciano Hope, not Lucia Hope, Luciano Hope, and that's where I have the groups, and that's where I can remove him. And since there's a whole verification code that keeps being delayed when I try logging in, I can't go in and get him out of the group. But he's completely kicked out. He's kicked out of the actual Luciano group, and whenever I am able to get back on there, completely gone.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Why do you think he's so, dependent on your group? Why do you think he wants to keep coming back and, hurting you mentally and even physically and ruining your career? Why do you think he would be doing that to you? Have you done something to him, or have you guys had, an intervention, something along those lines? Why do you think he keeps coming back, like I said?
That's a good question. Honestly, I would say maybe because he thinks I'm easy to manipulate, which unfortunately might be true if I was getting convinced that he wasn't a pedophile. Um, and he thinks that I don't know how to word it. Um, if he can get to my head, he can easily control my group. And yeah, since he saw that he was failing and stuff, and I was in the easy access, he tried. You know,
So this means you and your group are both vulnerable, right?
no. Well, I'm
Lucia,
working on it.
Lucia, it's okay to answer. Listen, we're not here to judge you, or we're not actually on anybody's side. We might have seemed like we are oppressing you and also disrespecting you. But based off the evidence that we had, and also based off of what we saw whenever I joined one of your instances and I see Caped and some other people that also have allegations on them of being Nazis and pedophiles that are with Caped, it starts to I start to question like why I would even give you a spotlight. Um, and I understand that it was an honor for you to be our first guest, but if you were just gonna lie and say Cape's a Nazi, he's a pedophile, he he groomed kids, and I understand Even Middle was working with Cape, and you still let him in. Even if he wasn't a pedophile, you still let him in the Lucianas whenever he was calling you and telling you to delete your server, like a week ago.
Yeah. I mean, everything I said in the first podcast, I truly meant it. Obviously it switched up afterwards, but
Well,
I do
Lucia,
apologize for that.
it's not even about that. It's about the fact that you're supposed to be the leader your members look up to. And they can. You're a good leader, but the issue is you let somebody be a higher rank than some of your most trusted members just because and keep in mind that a week before they literally called you into a meeting and said how you need to give up your server because your server's unrealistic and inaccurate.
I That will be changed. I can
Again,
promise that to
this isn't us
everyone
trying
and
to
my members.
complain or even cause
We're doing
issues.
this for your
We're just
sake.
telling the
This is
truth.
for you.
And I truly appreciate that. But yeah, so to answer everyone's question, Don Cape is no longer associated with us, and I mean, you guys already heard the story. Um, I do want to mention a different topic that was brought up there. Frankie and the relationship I'm currently in. So Frankie, known as Luna Luciano, did he tell you that he got banned from the Lucianos?
No.
Not that I know of.
It was.
Okay,
Let me see. I think it was RNG. He did tell me that you pretty much removed him of his position, or were thinking of it, because he was trying to get involved. And also, the way that you worded it whenever I questioned you about it seemed like you kicked him out, and even banned him, based off the evidence that I had, and both ways that you, Luna, and um, the third party source that told me.
okay.
Mind telling us the reason of his suspension?
Sorry. Repeat.
Mind telling us the reason why he's been kicked out of the Lucianos? Is there a reason to it?
Okay. So this is not the first time that it's been around that Luna got kicked or banned. Luna did not get kicked or banned. Okay, I'm gonna start off with the first thing. I remember when he was a part of the Lucianos, then he got kicked out, and he was given a chance to rejoin after he came to me wanting to rejoin. So I let him rejoin, and then he didn't do anything for the group, he didn't attend, and after he just disappeared, and I found out he was a part of the Stilettos. And after I see there's messages of him saying, "Oh yeah, they banned me from the Lucianos." That's a bunch of bullshit. I never did. I gave him a chance to come back. Didn't do anything. Left to a different family, claiming he got banned. Um, I can send a screenshot. Put a screenshot up of his message saying he got banned, which not true. And now for this situation, I have a screenshot as well of Luna leaving himself. He left himself because I decided to not leave the relationship I'm currently in. He doesn't like the person, and I understand. I mean, I'm not gonna force anyone to like them. Um, Luna did state that the person I'm with is using me, which I mean, if it's true, then oh well, that's on me for being stupid. But I don't know what ways he can use me though, because I'm not letting him control my group at all. I mean, he tells me that they don't like these people, and they tell me they don't like Mr. Shade, this and that. I don't kick them out just because I don't like them. I don't want to get my relationship and my business involved with each other. All right. And Luna clearly did not understand that, and he left only because I wanted to continue being with him, even though I stated, hey, my business is not going to get involved with my relationship. And even if Frankie, aka Luna, really did care, whatever, about the group, I mean, I don't know how to word this. Um, Luna, I respect them a lot. They're a great friend of mine, but are they really a friend if they don't understand that I don't want to get both things involved? If that makes any sense, like he walked away himself. I never
Well,
kicked them.
also keep in mind that Don Lupertazzi also has stated multiple times, based off of very conflicting counter arguments and also multiple people, not just Luna, s- based off of those people that, by the way, you trust and or you should trust because they're high ranks in your server, all have stated that Don Lupertazzi has stated to them that they're using you.
And another
That's
thing, Luna,
something. Mhm.
Mrs. Luciano, sorry. Another thing that I've noticed is the repetition of, manipulative and, mind controlling and like,
You
leading
have
people
horrible
and
taste in
swaying
men.
people into the bad way. I'm not going to say that. How do we know that what you're saying and what you're doing currently and the weeks before isn't, swayed by the snake slithering, lies into your ears? How do we know that that's not what's happening? If you understand what I'm saying.
I mean, there really is no way to like just prove it, to slap something on the table that says, this is confirmed. But you guys have my word. I'm not gonna let anyone, just control anything I do with my group and stuff like that. I mean, obviously, um,
We've also said that with Don K.
yeah, Donkey. But then again, I mean, I just said that got changed. But what's the code? I was saying something. I forgot what I was gonna say. Please cut this. By the way, can you guys like boop out the name Lupertasi? I don't want people to like, if
We
that's
we
possible.
can we can blur it out. We can blur it out.
Okay.
We'll see to
Oh,
What
it.
was I just talking
and the
about?
editors will see it as well when they go over this part. Did I call MKO a degenerate in the last episode? They texted me, "Are you calling me a degenerate?" Did I call them a degenerate, Pavlov? Do you remember?
Well,
He's
Jesse, what did you
AFK.
just say, by the way? Because I don't remember.
Um,
Because I was gonna answer to it.
you didn't
I think
mention
he's AFK.
MKO. If I'm gonna be low key, from my
Yeah.
point
I
of
didn't mention
You
MKO.
did mention him. I
no,
just watched it. I think you did.
I don't think you mentioned
I
MKO.
don't think you
Oh
said.
yeah.
I don't
Okay.
think you said degenerate, but I think you said something.
He texted me, "Did you call me a degenerate?" And
You might have just
he
watched
said
it
that he's
wrong. We'll
looking
go back
forward
on
to
it.
the
We'll
new
go back on it.
episode. We'll go back on it and we'll make an
Yeah.
apology video for MKO because I'm pretty sure he's a fan. So I'll
Is
go
this
through
is
all
this
the
debate
apology.
over? Is this debate
Are
over?
you
No,
ready
no,
to
it's
No,
not
continue?
no,
over.
no. All
It's
right,
not
you guys
over.
continue speaking.
No, yeah,
Okay.
we didn't even cut
Anyways,
that. I just wanted to know if I did or not because I don't even remember.
okay. So about the whole people saying that he's manipulative and stuff, I'm not gonna, as I already said, I'm not gonna say he's not, but I'm also not gonna say he is. I don't know if he is or not, and I'm really hoping he isn't. But yeah, I mean, I can't just say it's guaranteed that he isn't. I mean, I'm really hoping he's not. I'm really hoping he's not. Um,
Well, I would
but then
hope
again,
so
that'll
not
be
too. I mean,
my
he's
fault.
gone into
Well,
your person.
does he tell you to do stuff in the Lucianos? Does he tell you his views on certain people? I'm not going to say any names because I don't know any. I mean, if he says stuff like that, I mean, I would think that you are getting controlled
He
and,
tells me,
used.
hmm? He doesn't tell me what to do with my group. Alright, he tells me to do whatever I want, stuff like that. Like he's not gonna control me. But he does sometimes say stuff about the people in the group. But even there, like I'm not gonna kick them out or anything like that just because they said so. Unless I have an actual good reasoning to. I mean, I'm not like that. That would just be fucked. But
By the way,
yeah.
so I just have another thing about this. Hasn't he also threatened to dox some of your members as well? I've
No,
heard
he
that.
hasn't. He has never doxed or threatened to dox any of our members.
Hmm.
The least he's done is what's it called? When one of my members had disrespected me by calling me something, um he went to them and he was like, "Hey, just don't disrespect them, or we're gonna have issues." But he never said anything about doxing, and he wasn't gonna, you know, like what he meant was like
What exactly did he say to the
or
person?
something. That's it. That if he does not apologize to me for what what they called me and stuff, he was gonna have problems with them. And that way, he didn't ever threaten to dox anyone in my family.
Carry on.
That's all I wanted to hear from you. But yeah, I mean, I do think, sometimes relationship wise, sorry, that can be swayed and, stuff can happen. That's why you don't involve your relationship into groups like this. Or if you do, it's, the least security.
Yeah. I mean, that's also why you don't see him going around as Mr. Luciano or doing anything in my group, bossing people around. I mean, just because I'm with them, that's not gonna mean I'm gonna want to get them involved in my business or get
I'm
them
not saying you
involved in
have
my
or anything.
group.
We're just asking because
Yeah.
that's what people have said, and also that's where the evidence is pointing at it, that you are being used. And I hate to say it, but I think a lot of people can see that. Even if it does seem subtle. I mean, stuff like that, I've been used for stuff like that before, so I can understand, but it's just you gotta lock it in. You know what I mean, Lucia? I mean, you're in charge of one of the biggest mafia servers, and you're letting love blind you, and that's okay. That's one
Not
of the
really.
biggest things leaders. Well, let me say something. That's not even bad. That means that you care for somebody. But that's one of the biggest issues I see leaders face. And that's one of the biggest issues I have. You, how do I say this, Lucia? You're like me. Whenever I date somebody, I love them. I don't just, I don't just talk to them once. I try to talk to them every day. Text them good morning. I take care of them. But you have to ensure that you're doing what's best for you. And I hate to say it, but you're letting all like in the words of Home Depot Goy, think about this relationship, especially now that's on the internet. Where is it gonna be in a year? And if you truly think that it's gonna last long, then go for it. Who cares? But make sure that you're taking care of yourself and what's in the best interest of you.
That was. Thank you. That was beautiful. Bravo.
Well, it's not meant to be.
Um.
It's just the truth.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see
And
what
I've dated
happens.
a lot of people in this
That's
game.
all I'm gonna
Sorry for
say.
cutting you
Yeah.
off,
No, it's fine.
Lucia. But I want to go back on this topic. This is very important. I've dated a lot of people in this game, and I hate to admit it. I have, and I've also cared for a lot of people in this game. And it's not like you can't love somebody on this game. I mean, like I love Space Dragon, Pavlov back there. I love those guys. Like just like I love USA like a brother. I love Home Depot guy. I mean, we literally send pictures of like Snapchat filters like every day in Home Depot. It's not even about like it's like I talk to him more than my actual brothers, just because it's awkward to talk to them.
You're right.
So it's not true that you can't date or you can't love somebody on this game, but it's a lot harder too, because you can't touch them, and also there's no actual relation, no connection. There's dopamine. It's like a dog. Whenever a dog sees you, it's like they get happy. Same way as whenever you see a dog, you get happy. It's like that. You
I
can't
love
actually
dogs.
touch to some. Well, I love dogs as well, but a lot of people don't like dogs. They like cats.
I like cats better.
Exactly my point. Me and USA could never agree on that type of stuff. Very different beliefs. But off the topic of dating, where do you think your relationship will go in a year?
I mean, that's really a
And be honest.
mystery. I don't know. I mean, you never know what happens. I'm not gonna say, relationships, because I know you're saying you think that some relationships might not even, go far and they don't
Well,
last because
because
you game.
that's the truth.
Yeah,
Lucia, I'm not saying your relationship won't go far. I'm not saying it won't. It won't. will go far. I'm saying
There's some people that get
relationships-
married because of this game. You know, they
Yeah.
they meet on the game.
Exactly, yeah.
They get
They meet up
married.
and they
They
get
fly
married in real
out and
life,
stuff.
and they have happy kids. You know,
Yeah.
we're not
This
saying that.
it's we're not saying that you can't find somebody on this game, but I'm also not saying that this is the best way to get a family and kids
Yeah.
and you're definitely not going to get kids on the game. That's not
Well,
that's
if it's
We
not,
won't go down the deep rabbit hole, but
it's
as you were
either
saying,
it's either that, or it's a new lesson I'll learn in life.
and also Home Depot guy just got out of a relationship as well. He knows what it's
Really?
like. Yeah, he got broken up with. Yeah. But he's not
sorry to
upset
hear.
about it. He's not upset about it. Because you want to know why? Because he knows that relationships are lessons. And if it doesn't last out, if it doesn't last, then there's nothing to be sad about.
Yeah.
Because
I
those
mean, at least
relationships are lessons
that's what,
to
yeah,
teach you.
lessons. Just cherish what you have. Cherish the moments you have with your friends, your family, your partners, because it's not gonna last, But even if it doesn't last, I mean, the time you've had with them is going to mean something and it's going to teach you something. So don't think it's useless. Don't think it was pointless. It always means something, and it always will be.
Also, I like how you learned from last time. Since Home Depot guy talked to you, you're actually looking at me, not just the camera.
Yep. Wise guy once told me not to look at the camera the entire time and look at you. But yeah, thank you, Home Depot
I had,
guy.
I had, I had to tell Metro that.
Yeah. Is there
Honestly,
anything else that you did mention in that video that I should bring up, or anything you've heard recently?
the only thing I've heard recently is that Catherine Hart's a bitch. Oh,
What?
oh
What did
yeah,
Catherine do?
yeah. You don't remember? She literally tried to crash the instance because me and Home Depot guy said we were gonna nuke your server.
And
Yo,
she was honest
That
with
can't
you?
be right.
that is
Catherine
right.
Hart. Catherine Hart is a young, beautiful woman. Okay, kind
Ca-
and
yes,
respectful. You know, there's
Catherine
no way
Hart
she
is
did that.
actually. You know what? Catherine Hart. I'm gonna be so dead ass. Is one of the nicest people I've ever met.
Exactly.
But it can be annoying whenever she runs up to me and says, "Kitty cat, kitty cat!" Like, oh my god, yo.
She
And
gets
also,
along. She
Space
runs up
Dragon.
to
He's
people,
also one of the kindest people I've met.
Thank you, you say.
But
Metro as
she's a good
well.
person.
Honestly, Metro is actually really, really nice. I love Metro.
Metro,
well,
yeah,
because
he's.
actually never
I
mind.
can go on for days with this, but
Um, hold on, my food's ready. I'm gonna go now.
All right.
I think we can cut it there. Then I guess.
Yeah.
Well, let's have the
Thank
outro.
you. Oh yes, yes,
All
yes.
right.
Sit back down. We're not
Whew.
finished.
Okay.
Now let's say this. You say. Let's do this.
What did we say again?
Oh fuck you. This was the Walter Jesse Show, and have a wonderful day.